Hey there, Monkeys here, and in this video I'm going to show you my Minecraft 1.8 villager trading strategy. So some people think that trading was nerfed in Minecraft 1.8, but I'm here to tell you that you can still get a lot of stuff done. So it's still possible to trade for a crazy amount of emeralds. And then what I've been using it for a lot is turning that into a renewable source of glass. So you can trade stuff that comes into your farms, get emeralds, and then you can multiply that by 5. And so that one double chest of emeralds would net up to 5 double chests of glass, which is fantastic for any crazy builds that use a lot of glass. And the other thing you can do is you can get a pretty wide range of tools. I have not had to go mining for diamonds in my survival world for a long time. And the reason is you can trade for some basic enchanted picks, axes, swords, chest plates, and then a whole range of books. You combine those together in an anvil and you can get some really fantastic gear at low prices. So let's take a look and see how this is done. So first thing you're going to need is a source of villagers. So this is an export from my survival world of the guild hall. It's set up as a kind of a trading area down below, and then up here represents a mini village. There are doors hidden in the peak there, and then farms for the farmers to create some bread for all their friends and allow them to multiply. There's also a really great video tutorial out there by Unirybit for a much smaller, more compact villager breeder system if you want to do that. But basically you need a good source of librarians, and also you're going to need at least one farmer for this to work. So the second thing you're going to need is a set of automated farms that generate materials we can trade with our farmer friend. So these are examples exported from my survival world. So this is the agrosphere. Top 2 layers generate potatoes and carrots, and those are based on a farm designed by Unirybit. And then the third layer generates wheat, which is based on a farm by Crew Productions, and that'll all filter down below to a collection system. And this farm is great because it's villager powered. So basically the chunks that this farm is in just have to be within range of you. So anytime they're loaded, the villagers will get to work, the crops will grow. Fantastic to put near your base because it'll always be generating those 3 materials. These other 2 farms are even simpler to build. They're stackable. This is designed by Zumavoid. So on the left you've got a pumpkin farm, on the right you've got a melon farm, and both of these will work really well as well with the farmers. They also work, as long as they're in chunks nearby that are loaded. So just as good as the other one. The only catch with the melon farm is it does generate melon slices, so we're gonna have to spend extra time putting them back together into melons. But the pumpkin farm is fantastic. All right, so here we are with the stars of our show. We've got 1 librarian and 1 farmer. So let's focus on the farmer first. He's the guy who's going to give us all those emeralds that you saw in that other chest. So we're going to trade him wheat, potatoes, carrots, pumpkins, and melons. And as I scroll through those numbers, you might have noticed that melons and pumpkins have a much better rate. The only problem with melons is, unfortunately, is that they do harvest in slices. So reassembling them into blocks and doing trading, especially in the volumes we're talking about, is going to be a lot of extra work. So you might not want to focus on melons, but pumpkins are definitely a really good bet. And then potatoes and carrots, followed by wheat, are the other good ones. So key tip number 1 here for trading is that we need to trade multiple items. It's not good enough to just have a big old wheat farm and just try to trade tons of wheat to this guy for emeralds, because what that's going to do is it's going to reduce our chances to have the farmer stay unlocked for trading. He's going to get locked up for trading more often. We're going to have to play around trying to trade other things more frequently to get him unlocked. So key is to have multiple types. So that'll maximize your chances of unlocking trades. So we're going to trade, I'm going to focus on the 4 good ones here. So we're going to trade him up to the max for wheat. Now, the way this works is that, for each type, the farmer will randomly allow you to trade up to 12 times, and somewhere between 1 and 12, he will deactivate that trade. So you can see we got 7 emeralds out of that one. So not too bad. And then each successful trade gives you a roll of the dice, 1 out of 5 chance that he will reactivate all of the locked trades. So So this would give us, seven shots of 1 out of 5. So pretty good odds, if we exited the interface, that he would give purple swirlies and allow us to trade again. But what happens is, sometimes you might get a low number of trades, and so that gives you really low odds. So by trading multiple things at the same time without exiting the interface, you really maximize those odds that when you go out and come back in, that everything's going to be reactivated for trading. Also lets you trade more things at once. Kind of minimizes the amount of time you have to wait for those purple swirlies to show up, because they do take a few seconds. So you can see we're almost done here. Just got pumpkins left. That was a good one. Not too bad. So 29 emeralds out of that, and 10 levels, which is pretty awesome. You can see the purple swirlies, so he's reactivated. So we can keep doing this as much as we need to. Trick number 2 is that you don't actually have to change to the item you want to trade. So I'm just going to finish up wheat here for a second, and I'll show you what I mean. So normally for potatoes, we'd scroll to the next item, but look at that. If we stay on wheat, you can still trade potatoes for emeralds. The only thing is you need to ignore what it shows here for the arrow, because that doesn't apply for the other items. So as long as emeralds show up, that means that potatoes are unlocked. So you can see the emeralds are no longer showing up now. That means potatoes have locked. So we'll move on to carrots. Trade some of those. Yeah, definitely I put a stack of 64 in, no emeralds showing up, so no carrot trade left. And the last one is we can trade pumpkins this way too. And that one looks like it's probably locked, yeah. Right, so it saves you a lot of time. So again, we're minimizing the amount of time we have to exit the interface, amount of time we have to wait for purple swirlies, and less clicking there, which is good. My fingers definitely appreciate that. So it may happen, there's a really low odds of it happening with this method, but it may happen that you do get locked, so you will have to trade something else that is unlocked. So you could trade for bread, for example. I actually like trading for pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie, and the way you're going to want to do that for unlock is just trade one at a time, come back out, see if the purple swirlies have come back up, then trade again. If you're super unlucky, that you might not be able to, pumpkin pie might get locked. You might have to trade for something else. Don't trade for cookies, whatever you do. Cookies are bad for you. But that's how you get lots of emeralds, lots of levels. You can see we got 48 there. We got 13 levels just out of two quick trading sessions with that guy. So I've always wanted a source of renewable glass, and that's exactly what this librarian provides, now that we have lots of emeralds to work with. So they're not all created equal. Some of them will give you a pretty lousy 1 emerald for a 3 glass trade. A lot of them, the majority will probably give you 4, but you want to search out this guy that gives you 5, and that gives you a really good ratio. Gives you effectively, you're turning like 3 or 4 carrots into a single block of glass, which is not a bad trade in my opinion. I'd rather have a lot of glass than a whole crap ton of carrots. So what we're going to do is, same deal as with the farmer, right? We're going to trade for glass. You can see we got 7 successful trades there. We got a little bit of XP out of the whole deal. And he has unlocked his trades. Now, sometimes, you're going to run into locked trades a lot more often with the librarian, right? Because we're only trading one item type with this guy. So, if there are other items that you need from the librarian, definitely trade those to get what you need. But if it does get locked, there is a trick that's doesn't lose too much, and will kind of help you for enchanted books too, right? You can do a single trade for a bookshelf. Right, and if you're lucky, maybe that unlocks your glass trade, and then if you end up collecting a whole bunch of bookshelves, right, you can break the bookshelves up with an axe and turn those into books. And if you do those trades, enough, you'll have books to actually trade back for emeralds. So it's not too bad in terms of emerald loss. With this guy. So there's the book trade. So we would have needed to chop up three bookshelves. So that's what I normally do when my librarian gets locked, is I'll start trading for bookshelves, and then once I have enough bookshelves, I'll trade the books in for emeralds again. So you're probably thinking, that's great, monkeys, emeralds, glass, I get it, but how'd you get that sweet pick? Well, I'll show you how. this is the guild hall I built in my survival world. So I've kind of culled, all the best librarians I've ever found and stored them here. So this guy has a looting 3 enchanted book. This guy's got feather falling and silk touch. There's a power 5 guy. There's a sharpness 5 guy. All sorts of great enchanted books. So, you don't have to rely on the randomness of the enchanting system to get the tools and the weapons and the gear that you need. You can always do some enchanting, and then you can always top it up with the books that you buy here with all the emeralds you just got from that farmer outside. The other 3 guys that are really important in this system are these guys. So the weaponsmith will give you trades and these are all enchanted. So an enchanted sword, enchanted axe. Then you've got the armor, so you can get an enchanted diamond chestplate. And this guy gives a really, really good one. And then the toolsmith will give you your enchanted pick, so you can get diamond gear out of here. So just like the librarians, I've kind of culled them to get my favorites. So this guy here is by far my favorite toolsmith. Unbreaking 3 diamond pick to start. Just get a efficiency 5 book from a librarian, maybe in a silk touch book or a fortune 3 book from another librarian, and boom, you've got an amazing pick. And then this guy gives out just a tremendous. I guess he's not him. It's this guy over here gives out a really tremendous axe. This axe, comes out of the box, batteries included, unbreaking 3, silk touch 1, and efficiency 3. It's not efficiency 5, but in an axe, efficiency 3 is pretty great. So lots of great ways to get enchanted gear and some diamond gear, and with the trading system, with the levels you get, you can do repairs with some of the basic stuff. So I use this other guy here. He gives out efficiency 2 pick. I don't use it much by itself, but I use it to repair my amazing picks with. And yeah, the repair cost might be a little bit higher, but I get so much XP from trading with the farmer that it doesn't really matter. And that's all there is to it, really. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comments section. If you did like this video, please do go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on other videos I'm doing, crazy builds like the one behind me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Monkeys, and happy trading.